So sometimes I like to spend a little bit of time with my equipment to get the bugs out of it, especially before I go to a car show. So I was not wanting to use those big old straps that I used when I tied the Prius down. I kind of like these little ones. They're sort of made for like a little 4x4 off-road machine or something like that. They have these hooks in them. And I've strapped it on here with this hooked in that hook, but I don't like that. I just don't feel as secure as I'd like to. So after playing with it for a while, I figured out that I can roll this hook out of the way, like that, and put it through the hole that the hook is in. That gives me a good snug connection. And then what I can do once I get to a car show is loosen this, drop it, leave it sitting out on the trailer. When I get ready to leave, all I have to do is throw that back on there. Very quickly I can reconnect that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one loose, because it's hooked through that hook. Like I say, I don't feel like I like that. The other thing about that is you got a hook there, you got a hook here, and you're trying to balance all this stuff in your hands when you're putting all this on, and both of them are subject to slip out of their hook. So by redoing this thing, and all I'm going to do here is I'm going to first of all pull this completely out of here. I believe these are neat little hooks. I got them off of and they're just little, they're called lockdown straps, slings, and rigging. They were cheap. It's 35 bucks or so. And oh, they work like a charm. So what I'm going to do is, if you think about it, I might be wrong about the price, because I keep in mind I haven't priced them lately. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to roll this hook back up in here, and I got a little circle there. I'm going to put a little curl in this strap, and I'm going to slip this through that curl, kind of like that, and then pull that through that. If I have any, twist in it, I can untwist the twist. Looks almost like a bow tie that way. And then I can make me a nice little loop. Slips over that front tire, just like that. And then I can pull that down good and snug, and that will stay in place. And I'm getting this other part ready. I don't have to hold that hook up there. It's holding itself. Which is especially good on this one, because this strap hook has to slip in behind the spare tire and then come up under that little bracket right there. So by doing it this way, I can pull this tight. Once I have that pulled tight, I can start jacking. It becomes much more of a one-hand operation than it would be if I was trying to hold it. Now this is pulling back some, but it's also going to be pulling back against that other strap, which is back there. One thing I know about these kind of straps is, you know how if you hook something to the bumper or the frame or something like that, it's going to bounce. And when they bounce, it's going to shake those things loose. When you hook it to the tire, they don't bounce. They really can't bounce. I guess I should say this in case any of y'all are thinking about buying some of these. It actually did come with 4 of these kind of straps. So I could have hooked the hook into here and looped these. Silly me. But I didn't need to. I mean, I'm doing it okay the way I'm doing it. And the other thing about the way I'm doing it, I have a pretty short distance between my frame and my tire. So the way I'm doing it really doesn't require a lot of space. I don't know. Anyway, all I'm saying is there may have been a different way or an easier way to do this, and if you're, you know, contemplating buying some straps like this, it'd be good to know that they have those little loops in there. Just for what it's worth. Probably if I'd have noticed that before, I wouldn't have done it this way, but now that I'm doing it this way, I'm kind of glad I am, because I kind of like this. The other thing about this setup is once I get this done, it stays done. And what I mean by that is I can disconnect these and put them back in the box, but leave that loop in the end. Then when I get ready to go with the Crosley again, it should be all set up for the Crosley. And should I decide to use these on something else, unconnect all that. Makes sense. Maybe it does, maybe it don't. I don't know.